Alright, good morning everybody. It's kind of early, a little sleepy. Today, on this edition of Grilling with Granddaddy Daddy, we're going to put a Boston butt on the grill. So we got it already in the pan. I got my rub already mixed up. It's basically black pepper, white pepper, cayenne pepper, garlic salt, garlic powder, and salt. To taste, or how you want to do it. You can put whatever kind of rub on the meat you want. Also, we're going to be injecting it with my homemade special sauce. And let's get this thing going. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to inject this, like I said, with some of my homemade sauce. And when you inject it, if you let it sit 30-45 minutes after you inject it, that's going to give plenty of time to get the flavors down inside the meat. You don't want to inject it right onto the bone because that won't work real well. But you do want to put as much of it in there as you can, because this is going to keep the inside really moist. It's kind of hard to dry out a Boston butt, but I guess it's possible. So you just shoot this in every which way. And really what I'm putting in here probably is about 12 ounces. Okay, that takes care of that. So now we'll just take the rest here. We'll just put it on there like that. And what that's going to do, that's going to give us a little bit of a binder for a rub. And we don't need a whole lot because this is really moist anyway. But it's not going to hurt anything. I'm going to put it on the top and the sides. I'm not really going to put it on that fat cap on the bottom. Alright, so now we got our Boston butt all juiced up and ready to go on the grill once the grill's ready and we've let it sit for a few minutes. Alright, we're out here at the grill. Now we got the fire good and hot. We got the Boston butt. We got our temperature probe in there. We're going to run it up to about 175 degrees because I want this to be really tender when I get done with it. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to pick it up. We're going to set it right in there on the big green egg. And then I'm going to wipe some of this sauce off my hands. And then we're going to close the big green egg down. We're going to set that temperature between 225 and 250 degrees. And we're going to cook this thing for about 10 hours. 10 hours is going to be perfect for letting it fall off the bone, which is what we want. I seem a little bit more subdued this morning. I think that's because it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm still sleeping. Anyway, we're going to check on it in a little while. Alright, we're at the 4-hour mark. Let's take a look and see what we got. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking real good. We're going to spritz that down a little bit. We're going to shut her down. We'll check back on it in a little bit. Alright, we're at the 5-hour mark. Now it's time to wrap this bad boy up. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to take this probe out because we don't need that anymore. Take this probe out because we don't need that anymore. We're gonna pick this Boston butt up. And we're gonna get ready to wrap this bad boy up. Okay, we're gonna spritz it one more time with the apple juice. Get it a good soaking. You notice we never did turn it. Didn't need to. Take a look. There was no need to turn this one because it cooked down good. Some people double wrap, some people wrap with butcher paper. Some people do both. What I like to do is switch it up. Sometimes I'll do butcher paper, sometimes I'll do tinfoil. Today, we're gonna do tinfoil with this one. So let's put this thing back on the grill. And we're probably gonna leave that there at 200 degrees for another 3-4 hours. And then we'll check on it again. All right, here we are. We 10 hours later, wrapped her, got her looking good. We're gonna take her off the grill now. We're gonna take her in the house. We're gonna let her rest for a few minutes. All right, so our Boston butt's finished. We got it in the house, got it on the cutting board. Let's tear this sucker up. Time to let's dig in. We do this to make some barbecue, and we do chips barbecue around here. Let's take these meat claws. Let's take this meat apart. That sure does look and smell good. Yes, it does. Look at the bark on there. Man, that's some good bark. I like these meat claws too. If I knew the brand, I would definitely tell you. But I got little magnets in them that hold them together. And man, that is good. Look at there, look at there. All right, let's take a taste of this. See how this, Man, that is good. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna chip this, because around here, we chip up our barbecue. And one thing we do with our Boston butt around here is we put some of the family special sauce on it. It's got plenty of flavor already from what we put in it when we were cooking it, but then we do this. We mix that in there. And that is gonna be doggy. All right, y'all. That does it for the 10-hour Boston butt cook. It was a long day. I did get me a little nap in there in case y'all were wondering. But that Boston butt worked out real good, turned out real good. We're gonna eat on that today. So, that does it for this edition of Grilling with Granddaddy Daddy. And if you liked the video, click like. If you really liked it, click subscribe. Make sure you click the bell, that way you know when we put new stuff up. And share it with your friends. So until next time, we'll see you at the grill. Grilling with Granddaddy Daddy.